Hey y'all, it's Shante Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns, and right now I am setting up for the show. So today's show is a writing show again, and it's called Things You Keep in a Box. Okay, so things you keep in a box. And what else can I say? And that's it. It's like, okay, so today is things you keep in the box. So what I had to do was open up my favorite book, turn to a chapter, and write down what the title, and write down the title. Now finish the chapter with your story. And then the question today is, when have you reacted in a way that you regretted, and what brought on this reaction? I don't know. I think at first, like when I was first coming out of college, it was like self-sabotage. So when I was like self-sabotaging myself, I think I used to react kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was self-sabotage. So, yeah, I guess that's what it is. And what brought on this reaction? It was just the fact that people around me were just like being so mean. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And so this is a great mantra for today. I am prepared to be successful. You have to be prepared to be successful. It's okay for you to be successful. That's the mantra. I am prepared to be successful. Did I just get back on today? Okay. So on here you will see all my little faux pas. Now I gotta go to Canva. You know what? Google made this stuff so good for recording. Because I'm serious. Like Canva. So I gotta go to Canva every day because because it's a library computer, they don't keep everything on the computer. So, you see, here's my little unicorn. Download. And then I also need the picture of me. For download. What happened? I think today I need some fish. What y'all think so? Okay, I like that one. I just saw another one. I'm like, should I use? Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool with what I got. So what's the next thing? Okay. Here. Downloads. Right there. No, that is not the one I need. I need the little unicorn. What am I doing? Isn't it it's already set up, y'all. I should not even be in here. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like I already set the show up, so I don't have to go through and do that stuff. It's already set up. It's your love. It does something to me. Sends a shot right through me. I gotta manage my videos. Can't get enough. And if you wonder about the spell that I'm under, it's your love. I like when I wake up and my voice is raspy. Touching my skin, asking you to do what you've been doing all over again. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Don't think I can keep it all in. Oh, I gotta let you know what it is that won't let me go. It's your love. It does something to me. Sends a shot right through me. Can't get enough. Okay, y'all, so I must say that I'm a brilliant writer. And so today, the things you keep in a box. So, my stories are different because I travel. And so, when I was little, I never really had a box. I had, what are these things? Binders. Because my binders and scrapbooks. So, my stepmother would do that for me. So, I'm starting there. Okay, so let's begin. Let me see if I can think of anything else I can put in the box. Yeah, I do. I think of stuff. Okay, we sit in the middle of the floor. Concentrating on how to stack each row and hoping that no one had to pass by and go to the bathroom. On these nights, outside the door was cold and no one would dare touch any of our steps to reach the door at this hour. We sat with blocks. Oh, what I got? Blacks with blocks to all different faces, wooden and heavy, trying to build what I imagined to be a city. White t-shirts, and underwear adorned our thin bodies, and we had no time to smile. We only concentrated. My cousin was shorter than, and he didn't stand tall to me at all. Nikki was the giant of us three, and she continued to grow well into her 20s. I stopped growing at 16. Y'all, so I have to always go back and check my spelling. So this is what it is. I don't know if I have to discuss this part. But me and my cousin, we used to like sit on the floor and play. And so my first thing that you keep in the box is cards and blocks. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to describe. So what I've done is I've just taken the image that I have in my head and just put it on paper. So we sat in the middle of the floor, concentrating on how to stack each row and hoping that no one had to pass by and go to the bathroom. So you see how it's like on these nights, outside the door was cold and no one would dare touch any of our steps to reach the door at this hour. The cards were hard from the wax coating, and we enjoyed popping open a new pack. We said with blocks too, all different faces, because that's what I was trying to get to, was how I don't want to put that we were stacking cards in the beginning, so now it's like you bring it in there. Now they understand, because now that's a clue. You see what I'm saying? We said with blocks, we said with blocks too, all different faces. We said with blocks too, on the waxed, on the, because this is important, because my grandmama kept the house clean, on the waxed wooden floor. All different faces, wooden and heavy, trying to build what I imagine to be a city. White t-shirts and underwear adorned our thin bodies, and we had no time to smile. We only concentrated. My cousin was shorter than, and he didn't stand tall to me at all. You know why? Because he used to have this. He would be on the floor too. How could he be tall? I don't know what height. I never had to look up to him. That's what I'm saying. Like, he was either sitting down, but that's it. I never even knew he got taller until he came to Cahokia. Like, for real. Like, my whole life, I just be like, this just surreal. Nikki was the giant of us three, and she continued to grow. They say grown. Well into her 20s. I stopped at 16. And I think that's important now. So, I never saw Terrell's height until he moved to Cahokia with us one day. He was always sitting down or sleeping when we lived in the yellow and white house. That's it. So, after we were done building, we played. Y'all know what this reminds me of? Tennessee. Take us to another place. Take me to another land. And when he shout out something, he said, oh my God, he shouted out something. I forgot. After we were done building, we played a game of checkers. And this was like so appropriate from yesterday. Terrell would sit and decimate me. Oh God. I was taken out in every game, and he never dared to let me win. Terrell don't show no love. You don't show no love. I don't care either. No love. I ain't care. After we were done building, we played a game of checkers, and Terrell would sit and decimate me. I was taken out in every game, and he never dared to let me in. After that, we cleared everything out of the way to pull out roll away bed. We placed each item. I don't think I have to say that it needs to be in a box. And back into the box. Back into the bags. And then, because we are very specific, into the box. That's a culture. Because some people, like when I was working at the store, that's why that commercial, the DTLR commercial is so important. Because I'm the only person that would put the things back into the box. I would just get the paper because I want them to have it. Like, it's like you want them, like, I'm like that myself. So it's like, that's why that DTLR little blurb or whatever is like the dopest. Like when a person come and just put the shit back in the box. Like, they'll be in there throwing the stuff on the floor. They'll be in there throwing the boxes around, all that different stuff. So that was it. It's like, that's why that was like that. I think that's why the title stuck out to me, is because that's what they would do. And so then when they just made, I was like, that's brilliant. So so I guess they start from the camera. Like, I'm for real. I would just open a box, and when I bring them the shoe and I get ready to pack it back up, I take time and pack the shoe back up. Like, I put it in a bag, I put the stuffing back in there if I got it, and I put it back into the box, especially if you're going to sell it, because you want your stuff to be nice. Like I said, like, people come over to our house, and they'd be like, oh my God, like, this is, like, why y'all house so clean? Why this, that, and the other? And it's like, because we take care of it. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, my grandmama didn't play. Like, we had to wipe that shit off for real. Like, this ain't no fucking joke. Like, we ain't get no whooping, but still, we wasn't gonna get one either. Like, for real. Everybody else, they say, low end and buy better do they said this, that low end and buy better told us this too. They have to do their choice before school in the morning. So they gotta mop the floor, clean out, all the different stuff. And we just do ours on Saturday morning. So, that's it. So, my cousin was shorter than I. Okay, here I go. I never saw Terrell's height until he moved to Colquitt with us one day. He was always sitting down and sleeping when we lived in the yellow and white house. After we were done building, we played a game of checkers, and Terrell would sit and decimate me. I was taken out of every game and never dared to let him, and he never dared to let me win. After we cleared everything out of the way to pull out the rollaway bed, we placed each item back into the bags and then into the box. Okay, so the next thing I thought about was, what else goes into the box? So we never helped my mom move. Like, none of us ever helped our mom move. But when we were moving, we stayed at my great-grandmother's house, my great-grandfather's house, great-grandmother, great-grandfather. And that's when we used to play Uno with my grandmother. And we used to play, but she had Chinese checkers, Uno. We don't know how to play Chinese checkers, y'all, at all. It's just there. We just be playing with the marbles. Uno, she had like a cabinet full of games. Okay, so the cabinet and her bed set in the dining room, away from my grandfather's room down the hall. She slept on a twin bed and cared for him when he came home after fixing other people's things. When we used to stay the night, maybe 2 weekends out of a year, she set us at the table on a Saturday morning or Sunday afternoon and cooked us and she used to have that syrup. What is the name of that syrup? Oh my God, y'all, I can't believe that. I don't know. Like, our family, like, for real, condiments, we say consistent. It's like, what are you introducing? What are you introducing to us now? Okay, Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and cooked us salmon croquettes. Oh God, hers will be the best, y'all. And she do this all together. You listen, I be thinking I'm in hog heaven, because my grandmama either cooked me salmon croquettes or fried green tomatoes. No, My great grandmother cooks salmon croquettes and fried green tomatoes and biscuits. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it's like, just because she add that extra to it, I be thinking, this high class. This high class right here. So salmon croquettes, fried green tomatoes. Y'all, we be it just be, why hers be better than my grandmama's? It's like, this her mama, y'all. This is her mama. It be better than my grandmama. I'm about to cry. If y'all got y'all great grandmama here, oh my God, I'm serious. Just love her, love her, love her, love her, love her, love her. Mr. Lover, lover. So, fried green tomatoes. What else did she give us? Biscuits. Homemade biscuits. Make sure we put homemade. Homemade biscuits. I like syrup topped with the river syrup. I think it's just good to call it the river syrup, because that river was just like, it just flow on the bottom, and it's just always in a big jar. It's a big jar of a syrup. Okay, topped with river syrup or jelly, or everybody got grape jelly or grape jelly. What else? My grandfather always ate my great grandfather always ate at the head of the table. We drank milk, never coffee or tea, but sometimes juice. Okay, it was the best breakfast that we could ever have since what happened? Since she offered us fried green tomatoes, and I ain't go home and brag about it either. I didn't go back to my grandmama's house and be like, Mama. I call my grandmama Mama. I call my mama Tiny. I never went back to my grandmama's house and be like, Mama, you just ain't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't doing enough for me. Y'all get what I'm talking about? Am I greedy? Am I greedy for wanting these things? No, I'm not. She wasn't doing enough. She wasn't doing enough. I don't care if you make homemade biscuits and dumplings and stuff. I don't care if your food fire and everybody want to learn how to cook from you. I don't care. You wasn't doing enough. Since she offered us fried green tomatoes and salmon croquettes on the same plate. My grandmother only cooked one or the other. Okay, so inside where am I at? How did I start? Okay, so see the cabinet in her bed sitting there. Okay, there we go. I can start. Okay. Inside the cabinet was all the games that we like to play with her. Again, a set of Uno cards, Chinese checkers. Is all this stuff supposed to be capitalized? Chinese checkers. What else? Checkers. It was so many playing cards. Oh yeah. in other board games. That's what I put, in other board games. Inside the cabinet was all the games that we like to play with her. Again, a set of Uno cards, Chinese checkers, playing cards, and other board games. We sometimes try to play them all with her, but mostly stuck to Uno. She would take us outside and sit in the old metal chair that my great-grandfather would repaint ever so often. Y'all, the wood floors are like something too. Like, it's like every house got the wooden floor. You're like, ooh, 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 the delicatessen every so often. Okay, so in those days, the weather was sunny, and we would, y'all, it's the most beautiful picture. We would just go outside and dance in the wind. She would sit in the sun and smile. Each time we cleaned the table to show no evidence of our daily play, we would stroke her hands and play in her hair and dance around her in the dining room with love. We placed the items from the box back into the bags and then into the box. Y'all, they don't gotta tell us nothing. It's like, that's just how we live. You gotta put it back. It's just like, you gotta keep it up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like, they just be like, that stuff old. Girl, please. I'm talking about, please. We gonna go. Psh, psh, psh. It's just something about being clean. I don't know. They clean. Okay, so the next thing I thought about was oolong, baby, oolong tea. I was like, this is a teacup. So then the other one is a coffee cup. So I was like, I can't, oh God. Can I drink cocoa out of this cup? Okay, so then after that I thought about Javon. Oh, that is the hardest thing for me to place in the box. That's why I'm putting it in the middle, y'all. I'm putting it in the middle. I thought about Javon. And so, oh, that's a hard one for me. I hope I don't cry. Okay, so let's go with this one. Let's go. Okay, so the next thing I'm placing in the box is Javon. They called me after school one night. No, after work. After work one night. And told me that I needed to be ready to go to my grandmother's house. I love when I tell this story. When I was like, no, nobody's in there richer. Okay. She sat me down in the red chair and told me that Javon died. Y'all, he died right up the street from me. Right down the street. He drowned in a turned over car in the ditch. Okay, so he drowned in a turned over car in the ditch. I thought my grandmother was joking. Wow. My aunt I thought my grandmother was joking until my aunt offered me the chance to go to his wake. I stood there stunned at how they took the time to place him in the box. He laid there in peace with no jokes or sounds to disturb the quiet in the room. Javon was placed in a box at peace. That's all I'm writing, because the other stuff, it's like, the other stuff I could probably add it in. Like, I thought about that. I was like, really, this novel is fucking done. Like, how much of this shit I gotta do? Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this is my life. What happens when you pick 7 strangers to live in a house? Look, why is this an every once in a while app thing? No, you stay on me and make me a fucking pixie dust. You hear me? You make these lashes look good. You hear me? Every turn I need to look good. Not just when I'm looking at the camera. It's on that fucking Instagram shit. Okay, y'all, so next. Things you place in the box. Art supplies. So after Javon, I go to college. The thing that you have to have in college to carry around. Y'all, I can't do this shit today, honey. When I think about the stuff I carried in college, it don't hurt my arms. I don't mind walking with it. Now I'm just like, this shit hurt. I'm tired of carrying this shit, man. But in college, with things I kept in the box, we used to have art supplies, so supplies. I kept supplies in the box. But I think I'll talk about Dan, because I never talk about Dan. And that was the first thing. That's the first box I had to keep, because I was doing like ceramics. Okay. The room was dusty from the powders they used to mix clay. It smelled like wet earth after by a river after a rain. Y'all, it smells so good in there. The room was dusty from the powders they used to mix clay. It smelled like wet earth by a river after a rain. My teacher was a thin vegan with dark hair and glasses. He's so perfect. My teacher, David, was so perfect. So I you know what? It's like I could talk about Dan, but David was David my first teacher. David was my first teacher, I think. I'm talking about he was just absolutely fucking perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. Now y'all see why I would want David to work with the science teacher. Because I'm telling y'all, art is science. But I also thought I wanted the art teacher to work with the math teacher. Either way, it's just like it is. No, I want the math teacher to work with the music teacher because of the rhythms and the timekeeping and all the different stuff. But David is just so fucking perfect. Fucking perfect. The room was just dusty from the powders they used to mix clay. It smelled like wet earth by a river after rain. My teacher was a thin vegan with dark glasses. And he's not attitudinal. His perplexity, is that a word? Perplexity stood out in a simple form of an oversized, it was always oversized t-shirt and shorts. He was simply divine. I loved his creativity and the way he guided the class with simple steps on how to keep a piece together. He made me cut my nails. Y'all, look, this lady is on her talking about how she got her nails, y'all. Look at how my nails just grow. Like, they just really grow. They grow by themselves. Like, I don't have to do shit to them. They just grow. My nails grow. My toenails grow soon. Like, I think my hair is, like, long. I just haven't, like, done anything to it. But soon you see my hair, it's like, my hair grows. Like, I don't have to worry about shit. For real. So, it's like, for real, I would just go shave my head off. By the end of the year, I have, like, this. Like, I have more hair than this. So, he made me cut my nails off. He was like, you gotta clip your nails down. So my nails used to grow longer than this, but now this is what happens. You see, it's just always like a straight edge nail. This one always has a curve though. But for the most part, that's what they do. And my thumb, you see, like they just grow. And then when they get tired, they just break off. But they grow so pretty. So he made me cut them. He made me clip my nails. Well, is perplexity a word? It is. The room was dusty from powders they used to mix clay. I like this. It smelled like wet earth by a river after rain. It did. My teacher was thin, vegan, with dark hair and glasses, and his perplexity stood out in a simple form of an oversized t-shirt and shorts. He was simply divine. I love his creativity and the way he guided the class with simple steps on how to keep a piece together. He made me cut my nails and change my clothes. This was the day I fell into being an artist. My clothes started to fit different, started to feel different, and my ideas of healing through art began. He this was my first box that I carried into the school. It was for my art tools that I kept on a shelf that I was eager. I want that shelf so bad. When I sat there in that classroom, I was just looking at the shelves like, what do they do? You know, and when he told me we have a shelf, like, I have a shelf, dude. Like, I have a shelf. Are you freaking kidding me? So it's just like, y'all don't know how excited I was. Like, they would have never guessed that. I was just sitting there thinking that because I was so cool, calm. I'm such a cool person. So I'm just sitting there cool, calm, and collected, y'all. And I'm just like, I'm going to get one of these fucking shelves. Y'all, by the end of the day, it was like, you got a shelf. Like, so when you come in the room, you can just put yourself on, and it's like a big shelf space. It's not like we get, like, it's an open shelf space, like, because it's just like, they just took wood, like, they took big wood blocks and just put it there, and it's like, I get a fucking shelf. You understand what I'm saying? Like a whole fucking shelf. Oh, so at first I thought it was like so much space. By the time I get ready to leave art, I get ready to leave school, I was like, I don't got room for shit. Y'all, room for nothing. I kept that shelf space the whole time that I was in school. It's not a joke. Like, it's like, that's my shelf space. I just fucking loved it. This was the first time that I carried a box. I don't even put the details on here. A box into the school. It was for my art tools that I kept on a shelf that I was eager to receive. In my mind, I thought that I could never make enough to even, fill up the space. All the people around me, y'all, every shelf changed. I'm still in the same spot now. I just loved it. I just loved it. After I played in the clay to create a masterpiece. After I played in the clay to create a masterpiece, I cleaned the tools and placed them on the shelf. But never really back in the box. Oh, okay, y'all, this is the last one. And then I gotta bring it together, don't I? So then the next thing is, I could talk about Alicia, my stuff, all this stuff. So Alicia, when I was on college, they had to live on campus with me. And so that's it. I think that's it for today. I don't want to do that right now. So Alicia, I just put that down. Alicia, and then let's talk about moving. Let's say Alika. Alicia, and then moving to Texas, and then Blake's toys. No, and then what else? Teaching supplies, and then Blake's toys. So I might be able to get all this done today. Blake's toys, and then moving back to Illinois. So even this writing can be done today, but it's like what I did now was I took down the titles of all Rebecca Steed's chapters because I was like, oh my god, this is like such good inspiration since I've just got like burned out on telling this fucking story. And so it's so many parts of my story that were stolen, and y'all, everybody got some part of this, that, and other. And so it's like, it feels good to bring it all together. So I think I'm gonna use that, When You Reach Me. Like, that is like my favorite book in life. And I don't want this show to be too long because I'll be here for hours and hours and hours. But anyway, that's it, y'all. It's Shante Brown Sugar Talk of the Black Unicorns, telling you guys thank you and I love you. And Blake, thank you. I love you. I love you. You better make me look like a fucking pixie. Every fucking turn. Anyway, y'all, that's it. Have a good day.